It is a beautiful, partly cloudy spring day here in Mississippi. Today I'm just outside of Port Gibson, Mississippi, and we're going to take a look at probably one of the prettiest and most interesting pieces of the Sunken Trace out here on the Natchez Trace Parkway. Now this roadside park is located at about mile marker 41.5 on the Natchez Trace. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about the Natchez Trace Parkway and the original Natchez Trace Trail, I was out here about a year ago and did the whole trace. And I have a substantial playlist of multiple videos and shorts on the trace and the things I did along the trace. But I'm back out here today, almost a year ago to the date. And I wanted to come out here and take a look at this section of the Trace Trail once again and do it a little more in depth, let's just say. So just outside of the parking lot to the right side of that sign we just saw is the trail that leads you to the trail. Now, right off the bat, if you look right here to our left, now I'm looking, my camera is eye level, okay? Right there, I guess you say, is the horizon, let's just say. And there is the original Natchez Trace Trail. Now, if you're not familiar with the Natchez Trace Trail, it's a centuries-old trail that was used by Indians, explorers, settlers, and also was used during the Civil War. Now, why is it so far down into the ground versus everything else? Well, with centuries and centuries and centuries of foot and horse traffic, it has sunken itself into the ground, mainly due to the soil and how sandy and loamy it is. Now, the closer you get to the Mississippi River, the sandier and sandier it gets, so the trace gets more sunken in the ground. Now, as you can see here, there's actually two trails, one to the left and one to the right. Now, the actual Natchez Trace Parkway, the road that we travel on today, is just about 25 to 30 yards that way, over the hill, through the woods. You can probably just see that truck that goes by. Now, you might be asking yourself, why is there two trails? Was it a split in the trail? Was it a diversion? Well, from my understanding, if the trail got too muddy, or it was, lack of better terms, impassable, they would make a detour around the issue, let's just say. And that's what we have in this situation here. Now, last time I was here, I took the left trail. So today I'm taking the right trail and see where it leads us to. But the Natchez Trace Parkway is right there in the horizon. Now, I'm going to turn and let you see. Now, I'm 6'1", standing straight tall. This trace is sunken at least 10, maybe possibly 14 feet down in the ground. In some places it's even higher. Now, if you look here, it's pretty muddy. And you think about it, we're in present day and we have better erosion control, water management, things like that. So this might have been part of the original path, I guess you could say, that they diverted off to the left side. As you can see, here's the Natchez Trace Parkway. Now, the parkway follows the Trace Trail fairly close. It's not exact. If you look off to the road there, in that section there, that is probably where the Trace Trail crossed and continued north. So now I've turned back around and I'm going to head back to the split in the trail and take the left side and let you take a look at it. There's just some pretty interesting trees along the side of the trail. And that trail will actually lead you back to the parking lot where we parked at. So we just came from that way. I'm going to go down this trail here, the left side. And there's the way we came in on, down that little footpath. Now, I'm not sure by any means which one of these was the first and which one was the second trail. As this one has some little bit of wet spots in it too. But if you look here, it is substantially taller, or substantially deeper, I guess you could say. It's probably close to 20 foot from top to bottom. And right there at that point I just showed you, that is where we looked out at the trail earlier on top. I just think it's cool. This section right here with these trees. Probably one of the most beautiful spots on the Natchez Trace Trail. So I'm going to continue down the path here. You can see how well it's eroded away. Last time I was out here, there was little chipmunks running in and out of these little holes. It's pretty cool watching them play around. But the other trail that we just looked at is just off to our right here. Maybe about 10, 20 yards, something like that. But as you come out here towards the Natchez Trace Parkway, which is right there in the foreground, you can see the sign out there at the road. Pull in the parking lot, and once you make your loop, come back out here to the parking lot. So that's just a quick look at the Sunken Trace out here just outside of Port Gibson. If in the area or you're doing the Natchez Trace, don't miss this one. This is one of my favorite stops along the trace. It's very interesting to me. But anyways, like always, appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you next time.